the more of us that get this awareness and unite for that purpose, it's all going to help us out in the long run. It's going to help out our future generations in the long run, our kids that are going right now, you know.
The Empire Podcast.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to The Empire. And yes, we have another great guest. My name's Antonio the Miles. And like I said, another great guest. Radio host, radio personality, host, man with the community, family man, and so much more things. And that gentleman's name is Angel Rodriguez, a.k.a. Mr. Angel Baby. Welcome to The Empire.
Thank you for having me out here, man. Antonio, thank you for having me out here with you, bro.
Thank you for coming and showing up and being here, man. How's your year been?
Year's been great, man. Blessed. So many great things set off at the beginning of this year, at the end of last year, beginning of this year, and we're rocking and rolling, man. Just enjoying life, living with the faith, and having fun, bro.
Got you. What do you do to enjoy life?
What I do to enjoy life, man. Well, radio is my passion. Radio and being on stage and working with the community. So enjoying life, I get a big satisfaction out of being on the radio and talking to the people when they call in, and not just their dedications and requests, but some of the people tell me, "Hey, man, you played this song or you said this on air, and that hit me right perfect at the right time." So I know that I get satisfaction off of helping out others, bro.
Definitely a people person, right?
Oh yeah,
Have you noticed, like, by being, like, how many years would you say you've been doing this radio stuff?
over 25 years, bro.
25?
And I've been doing it just for fun. Just it started out just for fun, still is just for fun, but I've been doing it for that long that it grew so much that now I'm sitting in Art Laboe's seat now, man.
Hello, we're
Taking
going
it.
to talk about that too. We're going to talk about
So
that.
yeah, man.
So, what I was going to say is, like, have you noticed, like, that you become impactful in people's lives by being a host and like,
Oh yeah,
talking to people
oh yeah,
personally?
very much so, man. Very much so. I've one thing that comes to mind when you say that is I've actually saved a few. Well, a lot of people tell me I've saved their life. I don't know how I saved their life, but
Mhm.
it's something I played or said, or maybe the discussion that we had off air. But there was three times in particular that people were about to do themselves in, man, take their own life,
Mm.
and I'm on the other end of the phone. Two of them, I was on the other end of the phone, so I talked them out of it, and man, so yes, I know I'm impactful in people's lives in some way
Oh,
that they
wow.
didn't. They decided not to do that, you know. So
Wow. Shout out
yes,
to you. It shows you how powerful, we are to each other's lives,
yes,
right? And how important it is to, like, support one another, be for there for one another.
yes,
Because like they say, you never know what someone else is going through, and
yeah.
sometimes a smile and a
hmm
loving word can
I agree,
save someone's life.
100%. Yeah.
Wow, it's so crazy. Well, Mr. Angel, for people who may not know who you are and the things that you do, can you please tell us all who you are and the things that you do?
Um, Angel Baby is my name now, man. I used to be Angel Rodriguez, but now I'm Angel Baby. That's actually I can't even get away from my own name now, man. That's so. I'm on
How'd you get the
radio.
name? How'd you get the name?
How'd I get the name?
Yeah.
When I first started in radio, many moons ago, some of the guys around the station just started calling me Angel Baby.
Hmm.
I used to just go on there as Angel, and I was trying to find myself, so I wasn't too sure what name I was going to give myself. I was had different thoughts in my head, but some of the guys just started calling me Angel Baby on air. So because I had my time slot, and they were like, "Angel Baby comes up at 2 in the morning," and I never told him, but I wasn't really fond of it. I was still trying to find my own name, and they just kept calling me it, bro. And one day, older brother of mine, we were talking, and I was confiding in him, telling him, "I don't like this handle that they're giving me, bro." And he said, "Run with it. That's you." So,
Hmm.
so I embraced it after he told me, and here we are, man. It goes perfect with my format. My main format is oldies,
Hmm.
and Angel Baby being the classic oldie song by Rosie and the Originals. So it all
Mm,
goes hand in hand, man, with everything I'm doing, man. God's plans.
hey, can't fight it
Yeah.
sometimes, right? But yeah, please continue about telling people who you are and the things that you do.
So yes, I'm a radio personality. I've been doing radio for over 25 years. I've done some television. Did television for quite a few years too, man. Maybe about a good 8, 9 years. Um, um, a lot of community work. We got a suicide prevention event that I work with some friends of mine, Angelina, with Expressions into Creations. We're doing what we can to help stop somebody from taking their life. So I guess when I helped those people out ways back in the days, it was all set up for what I'm doing now too, man. Everything for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have a big food drive I do for Thanksgiving every year. We're going on, I believe it's going to be my 21st year, man. Gathering food for the less fortunate for Thanksgiving. Um, work with Diabetes Association, Cancer Association, and just wherever anybody needs help. If I got the time and the resources, man, I do what I can to help out. But
Mm-hmm.
but my main thing is reaching people through radio and live shows. I love hitting a live show and giving everybody a nice vibe from the stage in between the acts. This way when they go home, they got a really great feeling when they wake up that next morning too about the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I'm still trying to find out who I am,
got
bro.
you. We're still working. Okay. We're not complete. We're not finished yet.
Yeah,
We're still building more
God's still
things.
working, man.
Yeah. Folks, I was telling Angel off screen because not many people have seen him without his glasses, right? And so he took them off for us, and I was like, looks like iced tea. Looks like iced tea. You guys would never the rapper Ice T, by the way,
Yeah.
folks. So it was but what I was gonna say is that what made you decide to work with like the diabetes program? Why did you choose like that program to work with?
A friend of mine got me into the Diabetes Association. La Dreamer. Um, she lost her husband to
Mm-hmm.
diabetes. And then one day, she invited me out to walk with them when they have the yearly diabetes event, and so the diabetes walk. So I went out and I walked with them, a part of Team Little Prickers, because you got to prick yourself to check your
Mm-hmm. Your blood
yeah,
sugar.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, when the organization found out that I was out there walking, they actually asked me to MC it a couple of times, so I MC'd them. And at this one job, I work a regular job too, man. I work for the county of Riverside also, by the way. As
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people don't know that. Yes, I do work for the county of Riverside. Um, there's some people that I used to work with, man, that I would always see them poking themselves, checking their blood levels, right, and stuff. And I had no idea what it was. They mentioned diabetes, but I had no idea. And when I started working with the when I became a part of a team, Little Prickers, I started realizing, man, diabetes it's very heavy. It's a very heavy heavy thing, man. I mean, so I got a lot more involved in helping out, and I have friends that have had their legs amputated, their feet
Mm-hmm.
amputated, lost friends. So do what I can to help out, bring awareness to diabetes through other friends of mine too. You know what I mean? We
Mm-hmm.
band together. It's not a me thing. It's a we thing. You know what I mean? We're
Yes,
all
sir.
together doing this. Yeah. So
I love that. I love that. And I think they call diabetes the silent killer.
that's the one, the silent killer.
They call
Yes.
it the silent
Yes.
killer.
Yes.
You know, wow. I think we learned something new today. Because I assumed you're full time, personality host, but you work for the county of Riverside.
Yeah.
So how does that work? Do people like can you work your job, your 9 to 5, or whatever the hour is, and kind of not be bugged, or how does that work for you?
I fly under the radar till they find out who I am, which yeah, they a lot of people where I'm at know who I am, and yeah, they come by and say hi, man. A lot of people come by and say hi.
Got you.
I got my own position where I'm away from a lot of the general public, man. But it's a trip.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
trip. They wonder how I could juggle the life, and I will tell you one thing, like like entertainment, radio, and everything. It's all fun, good. I, you do make some decent money, but there's no health care, there's
The
no
benefits.
retirement, no benefits. So
Mm,
um, so I've been with the county Riverside probably about 14, 15 years now.
okay.
So and part of the thing is, yes, a lot of people tell me, "What are you doing here?" Say, I need to get some health benefits and I need some insurance. And at the same time, everybody that I work with there, great people, man, great people that I work with. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Do you mind sharing what you do for Riverside?
um, yeah, I share that with you guys, man. I'm the county sign maker, county street sign maker. So your street signs you see out there in the
Mm-hmm.
streets, I make a lot of the county street signs.
Like the stop sign and the
Yeah, well, yeah, the stop signs. Those are generic, like your street name signs, street
wow.
name signs, or specialty signs that are out there. Wrong way, don't turn this way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, one of
Merging
the
traffic.
yeah,
Merging traffic. Traffic.
merging traffic.
Okay.
Turn around, don't drown in the weather. That one always trips me out when I
Wait,
make.
what?
Yeah,
What?
turn around, don't drown.
That's a sign?
That's a street sign, man. That one blows my mind every time I have to make that one because it's like common sense would tell you, hey, there's a flood right there. Don't go that way. But yeah,
Wow. Sounds like a pretty chill job. Sounds pretty cool.
I enjoy it, man. I'm originally from a graphics background, a
Mm.
printing background, graphics background, um, making the street signs. It's kind of like a graphic arts to me,
Ah.
and at the same time, I know that I'm doing something for everybody out there on the roads, man. Making sure we got a nice, clean sign. It's got a reflectivity to it, so you could see it from far away to know what street you're going down, or you're going right or left. So I feel, in another sense, I'm helping everybody out there on the roads too, man. Angel
Yeah.
baby.
Dope. So you're basically like designing it from scratch?
No, well, they bring the orders in, bro, and
Okay.
they bring the orders in, whatever they are, and then I just, make a street sign, bro. It's yeah.
Nice. That is super cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Gotcha. You don't have to like cut it out or anything like that, right? You just make the design and then give it to someone else and they like
No, I do the whole
the
thing,
whole
man.
thing from
Yeah,
beginning to end.
I put it on the metal. I put it on the
Wow.
metal blade, man, the blank metal blade. Put it all together.
Okay. Does that
Yeah.
take welding too? You have to weld it or no?
No, not
Okay.
anymore, man. Nowadays, it's with technology, it's simple, man. We etch it out with one of the cutters, man. Print out the material, lay it on the blank blade, and it's interesting. It's cool, man.
That is so
Yeah,
cool. That is so cool.
yeah. So I like juggling. I do enjoy juggling my life from a 9 to 5 to everything I'm doing out in the world, man.
Yeah, and it seems like the county work that you're doing, you seem to enjoy it, or
Yeah.
it's not like you have to. No, no offense to people working at the DMV, but it's not like working at the DMV. What you mostly hear
Yeah.
people complaining about working at the DMV.
Yeah, I like it, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
dope.
I'm
That's
cool. And
dope.
like I said, the people I work with right there, a lot of good people right there too, man. So I enjoy it.
Dope. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you're hearing so far, please like, comment, subscribe. There's a couple things I wanted to ask, Angel. I think you said you were working at a TV program, or you worked for TV before,
Yeah.
right? What type of TV were you doing?
Um, excuse me. Way back in the days, I had my own show, man. It was kind of like an MTV type of deal. Is what I created.
Okay.
Okay, but it was more Chicano Latino based, man, because they weren't a lot of the Chicano hip hop rappers weren't getting their videos played. Of course, they weren't getting their videos played on MTV or BET or any of that stuff, right? And there was a
Mhm.
lot of good stuff out in the streets. So I started my own hour show where I would host it. I'd bring in a community member. We'd interview them, whatever community work they're doing. I'd bring in an artist. We'd interview them. Let them do a little live performance, and then out throughout the program, I'd play different videos of different. The main thing was hip hop artists, but I throw in some oldies in there, and
Mm.
I gave them an outlet, man. Gave them a platform. And this is way before YouTube and all this stuff. Like nowadays, everybody's doing it everywhere. And I sit
Mhm.
back and I look at what everybody's doing, and I was doing that before the whole YouTube and the shows on Instagram and TikToks and all that stuff. Man, I
Mm.
had an actual TV show.
Yeah, it was before you were before your time, type of
I
thing.
was before, yeah, exactly, man.
Got you. What was the name of the program and what year was it around?
The years, sheesh. Well, let me see. The name of the program when I first started, we had East Side Prime Time. which was out in East LA, and I used to go
Mhm.
do that show once a month out in East LA. And then I brought it out to the Inland Empire, and it aired in Riverside, and it was the Angel Baby Show. The Angel Baby
Mm.
Show. Yeah.
So the moniker's been with you for a long time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we talked a little bit about the moniker, but can you give us we'd like to go pretty deep here. So can you give us like a brief origin story about like where you grew up, how you grew up to the great man that you are today?
Okay. I was born in East LA. Born in East LA.
Mhm.
Like Cheech from Cheech and
It
Chong.
made me think about that. I was born in
In
East
East LA.
LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Born in East LA. Grew up out there until second grade, and then I moved out to the San Gabriel Valley,
Hmm.
and then did all my schooling through in the San Gabriel Valley. Um, in and out of school, but I did graduate. Yeah, I did graduate, and then I moved out to the Inland Empire. Moved out to the Inland Empire. My parents moved out here, and at a certain point in my life, I had to go find home. So I came out to live with them in the Inland Empire, and then I fell into radio, man. I would say I fell into it, man. I would say everything is God's plans in my life that's
Hmm.
going on, man. I found this station, Radio Aztlan, out of KUCR, out of the university right there, UCR.
Hmm.
The program was called Radio Aztlan. I used to listen to it when I moved out here. Enjoyed the programming that they had going on. They had some empowering talk and music that I had never heard growing up.
Hmm.
So I would gravitate to it every Friday. I would tune it in. Um, and then one day I met the program director at a store, and he invited me down to the station, asked me if I wanted to intern, and while I volunteered, interned for many, many years. I used to run a news program where I gather the news and read the news off on air. Nothing but positive news was all we would report on.
Hmm.
Um, then I got my own program on there, which was an overnight show where I used to start at 2 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 in the morning till 5 in the morning was my original show, which they're still airing my old shows, by the way, on 88.3 FM at KUCR Radio Aztlan.
Hmm.
Um,
Getting
show,
that royalties or no?
huh?
Getting those royalties?
Nah, that was all for fun, man. That would be nice. That
Hmm.
would be nice. Um, a lot of people enjoy what I do on air, especially that overnight show. It's a specialty show. Um, a lot of good music played and a lot of good talk that came out of it.
Hmm.
So I enjoy being able to. I'm glad that that I'm still able to supply my old shows for them to play, man. Because the programming all night goes really great, man. A lot of people dig it. So do
Hmm.
I. I
Hmm.
listen to myself and I can't go to sleep then. So that's a little bit about from LA to the Inland Empire, all the way out here, right? Yeah.
Okay, okay. So how did I guess what was the thing? What I found it so cool is that you said you ran into the program director at the
Yeah.
store. Like, how did you know that it was the program director?
He had on this shirt. It was like a Chicano design, an empowering design.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, when I moved out here and I found that program, that Radio Aztlan, I used to listen intently every Friday because
Mm.
of the empowering stuff that they would say and play.
Mm-hmm.
So when I seen him with this shirt, with this design, which nowadays there's a whole bunch of them out there, a whole bunch of cool designs. Um, um, Cultural designs. And so I asked him about it, and he told me where he had got it, and then he told me who he was, and I was like, "Oh, man, I listen to you guys every week." And he said, "Thank you, man." And then he invited me down, and just so happened where I moved, the station was right down the street, so
Convenient.
really convenient.
Or
Yes,
destined.
yeah, that's the word, destined. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, there you go. I never thought about it that way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. God's plans, bro.
Don't fight it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't fight it.
So I volunteered for. I mean, I still volunteer for them. Anything that we gotta do, or any programs that we got going on, I'm always there to help them out. Um, we've grown so much, or I've grown so much, to where I'm at nowadays, man, and I'm loving
Yeah.
it.
It's great. The evolution, right?
Yes, Yes.
You know, what does a typical day look like for you as a radio host? Because I know you do for KCAA, but then you also host another program as well, right? Outside of
Yeah.
KCAA. So what does your average day look like?
Well, the Art LeBeau show is the main one that we're on right now, which Art LeBeau, oldies radio personality, oldies legend, passed away a few years ago.
Mm,
He's the king of oldies. He's the one who through music and through his program has started the dedications and requests, which is where people call in and say, "Hey, this is Antonio. I want to make a dedication to this girl I just met. I want to dedicate My Girl by the Temptations to her."
mhm,
I love when people call in and do that. So um, my day would be Sunday through Thursdays. We run the Art of Bowl program every night, so I'm on air till midnight every night.
mhm.
Um, Fridays is my regular show, which is my Angel Baby Cruise and Oldies show, and I do that one from 6 to 9 p.m. So regular day, I get up, go to work early in the morning, make some street signs, juggle some business here and there. Um, go into my home studio after work and work on some commercial programming for either my show or the Art of Bo show. Or I do got another radio show that's airs in Tucson on Sundays.
Mm,
So I'll do some programming for either one of these shows or maybe a concert that we got coming up. Man, I'm working on different things like that, juggling them, and then I go into the other studio for Art of Bo show all night, man. So that's a busy day all day, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
What does programming look like for you? Like setting up like commercials for sponsors and stuff like that?
Yeah. Like today, a little bit today. I got a friend of mine named Johnny Yu, great singer, really great singer, great vocalist, got a lot of great music out there. He just got a commercial. He's gonna be running a commercial with us for a month. So I'll be hitting the studio later on today. Um, write the commercial out, how it's
Mhm.
gonna sound, get the music, record myself, put all the music together, edit it together, make it sound really cool, and then we'll submit it to the client. He likes it. We rock and roll. And we start airing it, man. So
Got you. So you do
yeah,
all of it yourself?
I do all myself. Yeah,
Wow, shout out to you,
yeah,
Angel. Wow.
yeah.
Wow, is because I know, well, for certain people that I know that are on KCAA, like I Love San Bernardino
Yeah.
and other shows, they usually have to pay to be on that program. Do you also have to pay a fee to be on that program as well?
With KCAA, no, I don't. Okay,
Okay.
but I have a producer that does. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm under with my KCAA show, my Cruise and Oldies show. It is sponsored by Round Two Entertainment, Round Two Radio.
Hmm.
It's called Round Two Entertainment, and we call it Round Two Radio. Charlie Perez is the producer of that show, so he takes care of the financial end.
Gotcha.
Okay, but what we do there is it's kind of like your big commercial radio station shows, but we do it on a smaller scale.
Hmm.
So like this friend of mine, Johnny Yu, who just bought his commercials on us, right?
Hmm.
By him running commercials with us, it helps us pay our bill, and it helps him get his product out.
Perfect. It's a
Sa-
win-win.
yeah, same thing as the big conglomerates, but not as expensive as them because you're running a commercial on one of the commercial stations, you're paying a few $1,000.
Easily.
Easy, yes,
Easily.
easy.
How much would you charge if someone wanted to use you as a sponsor to go through you as a to say their ads?
We do them 150 a month,
Okay.
150 a month, and it's a 60-second spot that airs once each hour on my program Fridays. So easy
Not bad.
money,
Not bad. Ladies
easy
and
money.
gentlemen, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Easy money helps you get your product out, helps us pay our bills, helps us bring a great program to everybody out there.
You know, shout out to you. I want to also congratulate you on getting the Art Laboe spot.
Thank you.
Man, congratulations.
Thank you.
How has life and radio and things in general changed for you since you've gotten this position?
Um, well, I was gonna say I get a lot more gigs, but then again,
Mhm.
before I even jumped the spot, I've been busy for years, man. I've been really busy for years, But has it changed? How has it changed for me? I guess I would say maybe more doors opened a bit more open for me. People are taking Angel Baby a lot more seriously than they did before. They took me seriously,
Mm,
but there is there's a stereotypical thing to everything. Okay, especially in the industry, get stereotyped for it's in general with a lot of people what I look like, how I talk, you know. So
enlighten us, Angel. Enlighten us.
well, like backstage at a show back in the days, years ago. I'm one of the MCs, working with one of the radio stations that I was working with,
Hmm.
and I'm one of the MCs, big old school show, and it was my turn to hit the stage, because we each had a block of different artists that we were going to introduce. I'm coming to the back, walking up the stairs to go to the stage, all happy, in my mind trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to say when I get out there.
Hmm.
Security guy at the top of the stage says, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm gonna go introduce the next act." I said, "No, you're not." I had my other hat on, my lowrider derby hat on, my shades.
Hmm.
I said, "No, you're not." I said, "I'm Angel Baby. Yes, I'm supposed to go up there next." I said, "No, you're not." And I could tell it was just because of the way I looked. He stereotyped me and thought I wasn't supposed to be there.
Hmm.
So it just so happened that the other MC that was going up there with me was coming up behind me. She, where you going? You got to let him go up there. That's Angel Baby. He's up next with us." And the guy didn't know. He apologized to me later. You know, that's what I mean by stereotyping what we look like or sound like. You know what I
Got you.
mean? The old saying, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
You know,
And has that happened like in bigger rooms and bigger entertainment industries? Because it sounds like it's also affected in other entertainment industries and stuff.
it's happened quite a bit, man.
Okay.
But then I've always had people after they've heard me and seen what I do on stage or heard see how I represent and how I handle the professionalism that comes along with me, then they apologize later. Sorry, we didn't know. And then they want to book me for a gig, and then I charge them more for being like
Charge your ass double. Double.
that. Yeah, man.
Wow. Yeah, it's so thank you for sharing that story because, we all do get stereotyped, right? People
Yeah.
get put into a
Oh
box,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes, and I want to get a shout out to AD, is like sometimes it's better when someone can represent you when you're not in the room to
Yeah.
put like a good word out for you, right?
True. Very true.
And I guess the other option is that sometimes you have to show, like you said, show people your greatness
Right.
beyond their assumption of what they think you are
Right.
off of face value, you know? Uh,
Well, I go into some of the shows like a show I did maybe about a month ago. All elderly people, all bunch of older people,
mhm.
and it's an oldie show that we're doing. Right down my alley, same thing, right? I go on stage at the beginning. Hello, I'm Angel Baby. By the way, I'm the new host of the Laboe show, and I could tell, and these are my peers that are there too. They're elders though, and I could see them looking, wondering. Yeah, I'll be honest. They're looking at me. Who's this dang cholo up there? And why did they give him the Arlebo job? What the heck? You know what I mean? I could read
Mm.
their faces. You know what I mean? And I'm doing my thing throughout the night. By the end of the night, they're all asking for autographs, taking pictures with me, all happy, high fiving, hugging, and everything, because they enjoyed what I brought to the table there. But at first, they were skeptical. Who's this guy here? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yes. I guess that's so cool how we have to rewrite people's opinions of what they think we are, right?
Exactly.
Only we can do that, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
people who represent us in a positive way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. What does or what did Art LeBeau mean to you as an individual and I guess this program?
Um, what he means to me. I mean, the guy's a legend. His history, and what he's done, the mark that he's made in this world, man. Very inspiring to me, man. I'm super honored to be chosen to carry on his legacy. Um, the guy built his own radio station in his bedroom when he was like 11, 12 years old, something like that, man.
Wow.
Um, what he did for music at a time when at a time when they weren't letting blacks and whites get together at dances and stuff when they were still had the segregation going on.
Mm-hmm.
He was a part of putting everybody together. He used to have these dances out in El Monte where it was all interracial.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, you couldn't have blacks and whites, or you had to have everybody separated.
Yeah, have the fence or something.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
see some of the old stuff on TV, some of the old footage, some of the old pictures. If you do some history,
Mm-hmm.
um, him being him using his voice and his power, his was his star his stardom to bring people together. Same thing with music. When rock and roll music was coming about, a lot of other radio stations didn't want to play it. They only wanted to stick to what they were playing. They called rock and roll the devil's music.
Mm-hmm.
Art Laboe was one of the first ones to bring rock and roll to the West Coast, and also feature a lot of the black artists on his programs. So looking at his history and what he's done, it's very inspiring to me. Not just the music and not just the dedications and requests, which is one of the things I love. Um, in depth, just what he's done as a person for the world, for humanity, bro. I
Yeah.
love it
For the
for
community.
the communities, and I'm here. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm here carrying on his legacy.
Amen. It makes me think, since like you take on the seat, you're playing all these oldies, which deal with like Motown and
Yeah,
all these things, like how important do you think it is to like, going back to like the segregation for, black and brown to get together, all these cultures to get together, for us to be together as a
yeah.
community? Like how important do you think that is?
Oh, very important. Very important. I mean, we're all here, all colors, black, brown, pink, orange, all of us, man.
Mhm.
I, Indians, Hondurans, everybody. We're all here. We're,
Mm-hmm.
we're all here in this crazy world, especially with the times that are going on right now.
Hmm.
Crazy mad world that's going on. Um, and we the people really need to get together and take care of each other. That's one of the things I say all the time. We got to take care of each other. I say this on there. Take care of each other. You know, because the powers that be are not really worried about not worried about helping all of us progress in this in this world, in this society. Yes, you know what
No.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about the current administration?
The current one before them, the one before them.
Got you.
All of
All of
them,
them?
all of them, man. All of them, all of them.
Got you.
All of them, bro. I mean, it's been a thing. You know what I mean? Keep the people where you want them. Keep the people suppressed.
Mm-hmm.
Keep them divided, and divide and conquer, which
Mm-hmm.
is what I see is going on a lot right now. It's always been going on, but on a lower key. Nowadays, right now with this current administration, yes, it's not on a low key.
It's like in your face?
It's in your face. So, in general, um, all of us here throughout all the different communities everywhere, um, black, brown, like I say, white, pink, everybody, we got to take care of each other because the powers that be ain't going to take care of us. So we need to take care of each other as a people. It's very important that we all get along with each other and we all progress as a whole.
Agreed. Agreed. You know, Angel, I want to take us back on a journey for a second, okay?
All right.
So I just indulge me, right? So close your eyes, right?
All right.
And I want you to go back to, let's say, like you're 10 years old,
All right.
maybe even younger,
All right.
right? And you're indoors
Mm-hmm.
and you smell something cooking. What do you smell?
Mm. Chile, Colorado. Chile, Colorado.
Okay. And where are you? Where are you?
I'm at home in Bassett, California, and my house with my mom and dad. Music playing is Little Joey La Familia,
Mm. And who's cooking the food?
my beautiful mother.
Mm. And what else is around you? What else do you see around you in the house?
Um, Look out the back. I see my dog my dog Doberman Pinscher that we used to have, and chicken and a rabbit out there.
Got you. Did the animals have names?
Shit, the dog, I believe his name was Duke, and the rabbit, Peter Rabbit. He was Peter Rabbit. Yeah. The
Uh,
chicken, I don't think we had a name for that
got you.
chicken.
It was gonna be eaten soon.
Yeah.
And was this your favorite dish?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, yeah,
Got
one of
you.
the ones that the moms will cook that I love, man. It's like beef with potatoes with some red sauce. Good
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
What is that? Carne con
Chile Colorado.
oh, chile colorado.
Chile Colorado. Yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And how old are you?
Like you said, probably around 10
Around
is what I
10?
was thinking of.
Got
Probably
you.
around 10. Yeah,
Okay.
running around having fun around the house and getting yelled at.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just thank you. Just want to go back in time for a second.
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Almost made me cry when I thought about mom right now.
hmm
Let me write that one down.
Hey, we like to go. This platform here is a serious platform, a fun platform, serious platform, an emotional platform. So I'm glad we were able to have such a memory.
I can
And
feel it inside right now. Everything you just said, yes. Yeah, I'm emotional, fun, and I'm feeling it, man. Cool.
yes,
I like it. The
beautiful.
Empire Podcast, baby Bubba.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's what we do here. We have fun on the Empire. Um, so you host probably events maybe like every weekend, probably,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
What's one of the most weirdest events you've ever hosted?
Most weirdest events I've ever hosted. Um, I have done a lot of ones too, man. A lot of, and there's always some stuff that I thought about. Never thought I'd be doing this. What was it? Come on, I'm trying to remember which ones, man. I know when I've hosted, which nowadays it's nothing. But when I first started hosting some golfing events, and I didn't golf at that point. Now I do.
hmm
Um, I used to trip out like doing hosting a golfing event, dude. But that was one. I know there's a crazy one, man. I just can't think of it right now. There's something that I'm telling myself I can't believe I'm doing this one, but
Got you. It'll come.
yeah.
It'll probably pop up.
I'll tell you about a big fun one.
Okay, let's talk about
I
a
can
fun
tell you
one.
about a big
Yeah,
fun one.
yeah.
These cruise ships that we do these cruise ship concerts with my friends from Concert Cruise Events. Um, we got the old school cruise, and then we got the Super Legends cruise, and we're out in the ocean, sold out concert in the ocean. Being a part of that Concert Cruise Events family, and being a host
Mm,
in the middle of the ocean. Now, talking about being out there in the middle of the ocean with bringing on Morris Day from Morris Day and the Time right there on the side of the stage, and I'm bringing them on stage in the ship, sold out wall to wall, and then you could look out and see nothing but water and ocean, beautiful sun. I look up to the sky, say thank you. Yeah, that's a lot of fun,
what else can you say besides thank you?
man. Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I'm assuming. I want to assume that you know you're having fun with life at this point in time.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that you probably didn't expect 30 years ago, 20 years ago that's happening now.
I can't even believe it. Every night when I walk into the Laboe studio, man, when I walk up to the door and I put my key in the door and I open that door,
Mhm.
to me as I walk in, lights are always low in there, but I see the gold records and the accolades that Laboe has on his walls, all the awards that he's won and whatnot. It's pretty surreal to me, man, all the time, man. I walk in there and I chest starts coming out, man. Get a little
Yes.
smile on the face, man. And again, I say thank you.
Yeah. Angel, I just want to let you know you deserve it.
Thank you.
Believe it. You deserve it.
All right.
Right?
I'll take that. I'll take that to
Yeah.
the bank, man. I'll
Yeah,
take that
you
to the
deserve it,
bank.
right?
Okay.
And if
Thank
you
you.
ever doubt yourself, no, you deserve it, man.
Okay.
You deserve it.
I appreciate that, man. Some confirmation because sometimes, as an individual, in life, we got our downs. I got my downs.
Mhm.
I don't put my downs out there publicly. But I got my downs in the back to go on. I pray on everything. I live with the faith.
Mhm.
Play some oldies and we'll get through. you know.
Yeah.
So, but that confirmation, thank you.
Yes. Hey, that's what we're here for, right? We got to help each other, like we were saying earlier,
Yes,
right?
yes, yeah, yeah,
As a community, we got to look out for each other,
yeah.
right? For some reason, I forgot where this idea came from me, but it made me think about the stereotyping thing that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Um, has anything happened on the good side of stereotyping where like maybe like some Chicanos that maybe look and dress like you, they like cling to you and feel safe and like secure and like got your back type of thing. Have you experienced that aspect of it?
Um, yes, I'll tell you this one, okay? And this one trips me out. I didn't think about this until until people brought it to my attention. The way they told me when they congratulated me about getting the position of carrying on our Laboe's legacy
Mm-hmm.
is I've been told by more than one people in different people's different areas, different aspects that they're in.
Okay.
They've told me they've said you got you got one for the team. You know, you got one for the team.
Mm.
It's they finally put a Chicano in there, is what they said. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they
Mm-hmm.
put a homie in there.
Got
Yeah,
you.
you know, so it's more than just. I didn't think about this myself, but the people told me this. They say you've been in that position is is a win for the people. It's a win for the people. And I'm talking about not just Raza, not just Chicanos, everybody. It's a win for the people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody growing up from the streets, got themselves a nice spot. Like some of the hip hop artists that are out now that came from the gutters and stuff, and they made it now. You
Mm-hmm.
know, um, that's what a lot of people have told me. And I like I said, I never thought about that, never thought about it in that sense until people brought it to my attention, and it's like wow. So now you're gonna put some weight on my shoulders, huh?
Got you, right? Damn, why you gotta make me? I was doing fine until you told me that. It's like,
All I want
now
to do is play music for the peoples,
that's
man.
it's.
Now
I just want
you,
to talk, make a couple
yeah,
of phone calls, say
yeah,
hello, make
yeah,
a joke. You
yeah.
know, that's so funny.
Like
But hey,
what? This is a funny one that a really good friend of mine, uh DJ Soul, man, good partner of mine. He told me this when I was first getting this position. He referenced the movie. One of the gangster movies when Joe Pesci is getting to be a made man when they're going to bring him into the boss level.
mm-hmm.
You know, he references that. He said, you mean you're finally going to become a made man? You mean we got one in there? And I
Ah,
laughed. I said, well, shit, I never thought about it that way. Okay.
that part.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. All right.
Wow. You know, it's making me think like going back. 'Cause you mentioned faith a lot, right?
Yeah.
It's like many are called, but a few are chosen.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
that's what it made me think is like, maybe you weren't thinking about it. You were just like, hey, I'm just doing my love for my love,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
going again like so you deserve it. That same is like
Right.
you were chosen to fill this role,
Right.
right? Chosen one. You're the chosen one. So
I know for a fact that I'm being used, right?
okay.
I know
In
for
a
a
positive
fact
way.
in a positive way.
Okay.
I'm being used in a positive way by the Most High.
Amen.
I'm 100% sure of that this journey that I'm on in my life, my physical self right here, I'm 100% sure that I'm not just here to have fun, which I love to have fun. A lot of people know that I have fun out there in the streets with everybody,
Mm-hmm.
fun doing everything I'm doing. But I've realized many years ago that there's a lot more to what's going on in my life that it's I'm here to actually help people through their lives somehow some way, and we're doing it through music, we're doing it through live show and I embrace it, and I love it. I love being used by the Most High, man. Why not, you know?
Yes.
Everybody else uses me too, suckers.
That
One love, baby bubba.
part, might as well be, if they're all using you, might as well be used by the
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 most
highest of the
time, man.
highest.
The
Yeah.
most time, man. So I know we're here for more than just playing music, more than just having a good vibe with everybody. I'm here for some purpose, and we're on that page, man, and we're doing that.
Purpose. Oh, okay. Good.
Yes.
Do you believe you found your purpose?
Do I believe I found my purpose?
Yeah, and you're on your purpose?
Oh yeah, hundred
Okay.
percent, 100%.
Okay.
I haven't found it 100% yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I do know for a fact that I'm on that road.
Perfect.
I'm positive I'm on that road.
Love it. I like to think that we have multiple purposes.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you were destined to be good at this, but also destined to do this and destined to do other. I believe we have multiple purposes.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
Right. Right.
I think we have multiple
Yeah.
purposes.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Like just like how we're not one-dimensional people, we're elaborate people, right?
Right.
So, you're not just a radio personality. There's another purpose that you do.
Yeah.
Maybe you might be I was going to say a healer or something. Well, you've already saved lives, so I don't know. My mind's just going somewhere. Maybe a future tap dancer. I don't know, Angel. I don't know.
I get a lot of calls, man. I get a lot of calls from people, or I'll get some DMs, messages from people, even when I'm on the radio, and some of the stuff that they'll tell me, or what they're going through. I won't know what my answer is, but my answer will always come out right. Not always, but for the most part,
Yes.
come out right, and it'll help them out in a way that I never thought. So that's how I know. Like you say, healer. In a sense, I guess. In a sense, I guess to some people, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I guess if we keep it simple, I guess you can either be a healer or a destroyer, and that's for
Okay.
all of us, right? So,
Yeah.
which road are we playing on, right?
There's too many destroyers out there. Hey, cut it out.
Yeah, stop destroying.
One love, man. One love.
That part.
We're all here together. Come on.
Listen to some Bob Marley, puff a little
Yeah.
something. I don't know, whatever you got to do.
There we go. I can hear that in my head already.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Angel, I wanted to know if you'd like to play a game with us.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a very simple game. It's called Memorable Moments.
Memorable moments. Okay.
Yeah, so what that is that I'm going to give you a drawing, and I
Uh-huh.
want you to look at the drawing and tell me what do you think's happening in the drawing.
Okay.
You ready?
Sure.
All right.
Ready or not, huh? What's happening in the drawing? Well, that's a house, right? You got a house. See the mailbox. House looks kind of scared to me. By the mouth on it in the eyes, just kind of get a little scariness in the house. The house in there, man, where people are living, going through ups and downs.
Okay, flip it over. Tell us what it says.
Purchased by my number one homie, Adrian McCovey.
Boom. That's
Okay.
his first house, I believe. Purchased my first house, I think it is.
Is that right? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
And I wanted to know if you'd do us a favor and draw us a memorable moment that happened in your life.
Wow. I don't know about that, man. Draw a memorable moment that happened in my life.
And it could be anything. And it could be a simple sketch.
Not too good at drawing, bro.
It's okay. You can do stick figures. You can do anything. Just if you'd be interested in sharing a memorable moment with us.
Okay, but I'm thinking the drawing might not look too.
It's okay. It's okay. We don't judge here. Whatever comes out naturally. We don't judge here.
I don't know, Antonio, man. Hold on, man. Let me see.
Any memorable moment that comes to you, man.
I can tell you the one that's coming to me right now, but drawing it is another thing.
Hey, it's okay. It's and you don't have to tell us what it is. You just draw it and then yeah.
All right. That's a good moment. Good feeling inside.
Beautiful. Thanks for sharing.
Right.
Not a bad game, huh?
That's cool.
That's all right.
You brought back a couple of memories right here on the Empire podcast.
Hey,
man. You took me home. You took me home to mom and dad's house back in the neighborhood, and now you got me thinking about that. What I just drew right there, man. That's a great feeling. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Wish I could tell you guys.
Stay tuned for the next episode and you'll find out. But I'm just gonna say it. This is the best platform out here. This is not an experience you're not gonna have anywhere else, right? Everyone else has their own show and let them do their thing, but we have different levels and we go very high in frequency of thought, emotion, and care, and also fun.
Yeah.
And so we're very well rounded. And so thank you. And that's what the experience is here. And I don't think you're gonna have it anywhere else, and just the beginning, folks. Just the beginning.
The Empire Podcast. Let's
Yes,
go.
this is just the beginning. Welcome to the Empire. So Angel, you're pretty good with your social media, man. How's your social media game changed? How has social media been treating you? How's that been for you?
It's crazy. Man, I didn't like it at first, man. I mean, but of course I have no choice but to embrace social media. I'll tell you a story. Way back in the MySpace days, man, when MySpace was first coming out, right? Everybody was creating their own MySpaces and whatnot. I'm old school, bro. You know, I didn't care to create a MySpace or any of that stuff. I remember I'm on stage downtown Riverside, Press Enterprise Fiesta de la Familia event they had there, and I had a stage there. That was one of the times. Shouts out to the Riverside Press Enterprise Fiesta de la Familia. This was 100 years ago, but they
He's a
gave me
vampire, folks. He's a vampire.
they gave me an opportunity. They gave me my own stage there, my own Angel Baby stage there for 2 days, and I set up. I got my own budget together, and my own got all the entertainment together, did everything myself. All they gave me was a stage and sound. So,
Wow.
but anyways, I'm on stage there, and back in the first MySpace, everybody's talking MySpace, 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 and people are asking me. I'm on stage, and people are literally right there saying, "Hey, what's your MySpace, Angel Baby?" And I'm like, on stage, I don't have a MySpace. I don't want a MySpace. I'm not into that stuff. End of the second day, I had to make me a MySpace because everybody kept asking me, man. So I that's when I first started embracing social media. And it's because people were literally telling me while I'm on stage, we want you on there. So nowadays, a lot of different platforms out there. I'm getting used to. I do love being able to interact with everybody on there on social media. A lot of different content that I love to share with everybody. Some of my life, you know what I mean? The different phases, different shows that I'm at, and different things that I'm doing, and I also get a kick about of a lot of other people's stuff out there. I noticed with social media, it has made stars out of a lot of people. COVID, COVID. Let me jump to this. COVID did a couple of things here, man. One thing is lost a lot of friends, a lot of family, a lot of my listeners. I lost a lot of listeners to COVID, um, but it also gave birth to a lot of people who had their own ideas and their own things that they wanted to do, and it gave people a voice. It gave so it's a good and a bad thing, you know. I think Prince said it best when he says, "Control it and don't let it control you." It's good to use. It's a great thing to have fun with. Just don't let it control you. You know, myself being on social media, so far I haven't gotten to the point where I don't let it control me. At least I don't think so. But I do stay current with keeping everybody in the know with what's going on with me. The times that I don't, when I don't feel like getting on or posting something, then I got people telling me, "Hey, how come you're not posting? Or how come you didn't tell us about this? How come you didn't tell us about that?" So now I feel obligated to.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun.
Got you. Like
A lot of
it's
fun.
like it's basically like social media is basically like a business at this point,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, people are making a living off of it. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's the really cool thing about it is that
Oh yeah.
you can make a post and get some money back on a post
Get
just
some
by posting
revenue
something.
off it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so crazy. There's so many ways. Have you seen business change for you over the past 5 years? Like I guess since COVID, since being involved in the Art Laboe, since doing social media, have you seen business change and more avenues of income coming in for you in different streams?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Big
Okay.
time. Big time. I'm happy.
Okay. No complaints.
I'm happy, bro.
I love that.
I, I'm I'm happy, man. Yeah.
No complaints. We talked. You mentioned Prince. Shout out to Prince. Rest in peace. You know, two things. I think we were talking about, you do a lot of oldies, right? But we talked
Yes.
about offline that people don't know. Not many people know that you have a hip hop background and you
Oh
have
yeah.
hip hop.
Mhm.
Talk to us about about your love for hip hop, some hip hop artists, and then also it's a two-parter. What's your thoughts on the current music in general today?
Okay.
Yeah. So
I love all types of music. First of all,
okay.
okay, I'm a music lover.
Hmm.
Okay, I love all types of music. So, of course, oldies and old school music is my main forte, my main format that I'm on the radio with.
Hmm.
Um, but I love all types of music. I get down with some classic rock. I get
Hmm.
down with some new rock. I even listen to some Kid Rock and rock out to some Kid Rock, man.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
but old school. I love old school hip hop. Back in the Run DMC, man, the
Mm,
Houdini, LL Cool J days, man.
okay. The 80s.
I guess it was by that time, some Rakim, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Public Enemy, man. I had my fist up with Public Enemy, baby Bubba.
Okay.
Come on,
Yeah.
man. Hey, they're speaking the truth.
Fight the power.
Yeah, man. I loved the funness about the old school hip hop, the fun that they brought
Hmm.
to us through their music, and of course the messages that were brought through it. Um, after a lot of the hip hop old school artists like the ones I just mentioned, being on there, doing my oldies show. There was a point where I had a chance to do another hour segment, and I actually started what I consider on the radio the first Chicano hip hop radio show. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, but I had an hour spot open up in the middle of the night. It was probably about 6 in the morning till 7 in the morning, or no, 5 in the morning to 6 in the morning. So it was overnight.
Hmm.
Um, I started seeing a handful of Chicano Latino raza artists coming out with their own hip hop, and there was no outlet for them. So again, kind of like what I did with TV,
Hmm.
um, I brought it to the airwaves, and this was before the television show. So I started an hour program called "Transmitting from Occupied Atzlan," and yeah, you got to think about that. Transmitting from Occupied Aztlan.
Hmm.
If you guys know your Aztlan history, then you could understand the title of that.
Got you. Educate us. Educate us for us who may not know.
Okay, well, Aztlan being the land that was stolen from the United States stole from the Indians, from
Hmm.
the indigenous Aztec people. You know, we're talking about Mexico, talking about Mexico, California, Mexico,
Texas,
Nevada,
right?
Texas,
Hmm.
Texas. I think parts of Utah, maybe.
Hmm. I think Utah too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was all Mexico before, right? And of course, the United States took it over. Basically they
Hmm.
took it over. So that was considered Aztlan.
Hmm.
So the program that I started was transmitting because we're broadcasting
Hmm.
from occupied Aztlan.
Mm, I like it.
Yeah,
We learned something, folks.
yeah.
Learn something.
So what I would do with that program is hip hop. I had a lot of friends that were coming out with some indigenous hip hop, which was some kind of like some Public Enemy stuff, but Chicano style.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They were speaking history facts in there, and socialism, and community awareness, bringing us aware through music.
Hmm.
And groups like Aslan Underground, El Vu, the Mexicans. These are all old school hip hop groups from back in the days. So I've had a love for hip hop, man, just because you're able to put a message out there across. Nowadays, you ask me about nowadays music.
Yeah.
I like it too, but
Okay.
it did stray away a lot from what I believe hip hop was doing
Hmm.
for what that culture was doing for communities and people in general, which was educating us
Yeah.
through the music. Yes,
Yes.
a
Yeah.
lot of the old school stuff is very educational. You know what I mean? Um, cats like Kid Frost. His first album that came out was Panic, Hispanic Causing Panic, and there was some cool kickback cuts in there. But then there was also some head checking music in there too. If you listen to the
Mm-hmm.
lyrics, I'm a lyric person, you
Yeah,
know.
the words matter. I remember they used to call it. I think it was like they used to call it hip hop. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like CNBC for the streets, though.
Yeah,
Like basically
yeah,
like news
yeah,
for the
yeah,
streets, right? Educating to the streets.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we've gone a long way from that to WAP. Yeah, yeah,
I like it though. Still, like
yeah.
I say, I'm a music lover.
Hmm.
So a lot of the music that's coming out right now, there's some good, some I don't care for.
Yeah,
But to each his own. You know what I mean? To each his own.
gotcha.
But there's a lot of cool stuff that's out there. It's got a good vibe. I really haven't. I really would like to see a few artists, at least a few artists, come out with some more head checking stuff. You know what I mean? Some more movimiento stuff.
Gotcha.
Empowering
Give us some
music.
names. Give us some names. Maybe they might hear. Maybe they might be. Maybe they might. Give us some names. Who would you like to hear and see?
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know when any of
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, one of the names that's coming to mind right now, which he's here with us right now, man. He gets down. I'm talking about Ice Cube. Okay. Now,
Mm.
Ice Cube, I love the cat, man. I mean, he's could hit us with that party dance stuff. He could hit us with the street stuff, but then he's also got a stuff. If you listen to what he's saying,
Yeah.
if you listen to
Yeah.
what he's saying, you can feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. Did he recently go on tour? I feel like he recently went on tour recently. I feel like. But shout out to you, Ice Cube.
Yeah.
We'll get you on the Empire soon
Yeah,
too,
you gotta
man.
get him on here,
We'll be
man.
getting him on the Empire.
Yeah.
Talk about Friday, talk about NWA, talk about the Big Three.
I was just thinking about that. The big three, baby Bubba.
Yeah,
Congratulations on everything, Mr. Cube.
man,
Yeah.
it's crazy. I'm pretty sure 20 years ago, he probably never imagined owning the Big Three. I think it's just amazing because you never know what life has in store for us.
Right.
I think as long as we're moving in positive and following our dreams and our purposes, I think, you just never know
Yeah.
what doors will open for us, which I find super amazing. Super amazing. We talked about this a little bit a couple times, I think, today, and I saw a picture on your Instagram, and I think it said, uh, introducing my mom to one of her favorite celebrities,
Oh yeah.
right? Uh, how impactful was like moments like that, showing your mom someone that she can meet? And I want to assume that you've probably also helped other people that meet celebrities that they met.
Oh yeah.
How has that those transactions been for you?
It's satisfying for me to be able to be in a position to do that.
Hmm.
First of all, with my parents, the music that they grew up listening to, being able to introduce them to that artist and being able to bring that artist on stage in front of them,
Mm.
you know, it's beautiful, beautiful. I can't explain a word for it, man, but it's beautiful feeling inside. Same thing with friends of mine, or even fans that when we're at shows. Some of them ask me, "Yeah, I've always wanted to meet Brenton Wood, man. Big fan of his." Well, if I can make it happen, I do, and
Ah.
and they love it to the end. So yeah, there's been quite a few times like that, man, that I'm able to do that. Not all the time, so don't always ask me. Not all the
Yeah.
time. All depends on the situations and what's going on, man. But the times that I've been able to, um, it's beautiful. I love being able to make that connection because it's helping somebody out in their life, giving them something tangible that they could go with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That they're gonna speak about and think about it, bringing some goodness to themselves. My mom, I just love being able to do that. Um, the song "Angel Baby," Rosie and the Originals.
Mhm.
Okay, before Rosie stopped singing, she passed away now. But before she stopped singing,
Mm.
um, I was honored to bring her on stage while my mom was in the front row, bro. And the song "Angel Baby," that's me. Mom's being a big fan of Rosie's, so that's a moment in my life that I never forget, that I cherish, man. and I was nervous as heck. I think it was maybe my third time actually being on stage. Nervous as heck, being able to bring Rosie on stage, who sings the song that I'm named after, and then my mom right in front row. Beautiful.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's crazy how you would think like it kind of, in my opinion, it may sound like so simple probably from your perspective. It's like, okay, well, I know this person, I know this person. All I have to do is just just put my hands together, and now they're both in the same room.
There's been times when I'm at a place and some friends of mine are talking about an artist, and I'll just pull my phone out, call them, say hello.
Ah, give us an example.
Um, an example. New artist, yeah, a new artist, a friend of mine does some really great soul music.
Mhm.
Pepe Marquez, friend of mine was talking to me about him. Um, I love him, man. I can't wait. When's he gonna be coming in town, man? I want to see him because he doesn't live out this way.
Mhm.
I'd love to go to his show, and I would love to meet him. And you know what? Boop, boop. Yo, Pep, say hello to a friend of mine. Boom.
Ah,
They talk for about 5 minutes.
got you.
And then that person, I could just see the happiness in them and the happiness in them.
Yeah. Then just watch them just light up.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Shout out to you, Angel. Shout out to you, man. Um, I wanted to ask you because you do gigs and you have partnerships and stuff like that. So, what makes you decide on what people to work with, such as Charlie, your producer,
hmm
and other people? Like what makes you decide that, hey, this person's a good fit or this brand's a good fit? What makes you decide on such things?
That's an easy one and a rough one.
Mm.
Um, I pray on everything. Okay. Um, Sometimes I work with people that I don't really care to work with. Okay. But for the business end, it works. For
Okay.
for both of us. Maybe they don't care to work with me,
Mm-hmm.
but the working together works for the show or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I pray on everything. Sometimes I'll get calls. Hey, we want you over here. Can you do this gig for us, or even on like this podcast right here. Hey Angel, I'd love for you to come down, get interviewed. By me, not you in general, but other people.
Mm-hmm.
So, sometimes I'll think about it, and I'll know some people, and maybe I don't really care for the way they handle their business,
Mm-hmm.
but but they're asking me, so I, instead of just saying no, I think about it. You know what I mean? I'll pray on it, and I'll go with what my inner spirit will tell me, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It'll say, let's do this, and sure enough, it'll end up working out right. Let's do this business venture over here.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy Frank Hatz, man, we got the Angel Baby Lowrider Derby that's available out there. It's the Fedora hats. Um, you asked me for something like that. Frank is a really good guy, so I already know that everything's going to be good. But just hypothetically, with somebody that asked me for something like that, I'll think about it. Well, is this guy just going to take me using my name and make some ends and not break me off proper for mine? So I'll pray on things, and I'll go with the energy, and if it works, it works.
Got you.
Mm.
Um,
I have told a lot of people no.
knows a powerful word. Knows a powerful
And
word.
that just helps me out inside, bro. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you get yourself locked into something because you said yes when you didn't really want to, and sure enough, it ended up not working out the right way.
Like you didn't follow your instinct.
Yeah.
Got you.
hmm
Well, I hope your instinct was right coming here today.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%, bro.
Got you.
I'm glad you reached back out to me because I know we were trying to set something up for a while. My schedule going crazy. I know your schedule and mine didn't connect for a while,
Mhm.
and I'm glad you were able to get me in here, man. Yeah.
Likewise, likewise.
Mm.
Was there any did you pray about it about coming here? Did
Oh
you pray?
yes.
Got you. What was the answer? Yes?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. With everything, man. With everything, I'll lay down at night or during the day, morning, something.
Mm-hmm.
Should I do this? Should I not? Say a little prayer, and throughout the day, I'll get the word will hit me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that. You
It,
know.
You get the download, you get the upload.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's respect. Well, super glad to have you, man. You know, we talked about the cruise that you recently did, right?
Oh yeah.
And how amazing that was, like all these
Oh,
stars, right?
they're all amazing. Yeah.
Do you have a dream event that you would like to host or run?
A dream event. Ooh, that's a crazy one. Don't tell him that one.
Yeah, tell us. We want to go crazy. We're crazy here. Come on, man. First, you got to follow the first instinct. Don't block the spirit. Don't block it.
Yeah. I know. I know.
Yeah.
He's talking to me too, man.
Yeah.
For your show right here, okay, I could tell you this one. Ways back in the days, way back in the days. I used to be a lot more. Let's say a lot more. Okay, a show that I've always thought about. And this is like 25 years ago. I thought about something like this, and I thought about doing a tour called the Wake Up Tour, right? And going out to different cities with influential people, artists and speakers, and going and uplifting the communities, waking them up with what's going on in their communities, how we could better ourselves, how we could unite and keep moving forward as a whole in this crazy world. So that's a thought I've had for a long time. That would be pretty cool. You know what I mean? The wake up tour, go around and wake up all the cities out there that are dealing with all the madness that we going on, and could use some direction in the communities to help push everybody forward and keep uniting everybody.
I like it. I like it. I guess we get to start home and then move outward. Hey, the idea is out there, right?
Yeah.
Every invention, everything that exists starts with an idea.
Yeah.
So I like it. Go ahead. You're gonna say something?
Yeah,
Go ahead,
yeah,
please.
yeah.
Please.
You can see that in me, huh?
Yeah, please. Please speak.
Well, because the logo that's always been in my head for that one, man, is the little lowrider guy logo.
Mm-hmm.
The hat and shades, kind of like me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But boom, you could see his eyes real big, like boom, woke up, wake up,
Okay.
wake up.
Got you. Ooh.
Because the more of us that connect with each other through all the different cities out there, um, and get on a good positive vibe, and learn how to work with each other to move forward. The more of us that get this awareness and unite for that purpose, it's all going to help us out in the long run. It's going to help out our future generations in the long run, our kids that are going right now, versus the divide and conquer that's going on, you know. I gotta watch what I say, man. They're gonna come after me, dog.
No. Hey,
They're gonna come after me, dog.
angel, stand for something or fall for anything.
Hey, all right, I can dig it.
Yeah. So I fear no man but God.
Yeah.
Fear nothing but God.
All the other stuff, all the other stuff, like okay, what would be an ideal stuff? All the other shows and stuff that come to mind, I already know that's gonna happen.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, I already know that's
We're
gonna
talking about
happen.
the big stuff. We're talking about the big one.
Yeah.
I love that. Let's put that into the universe.
Yeah,
I feel
already
good
know it's
about
gonna
it.
happen, man. All these hosting all these other shows, I love them. Or working with all these different artists that I play on the air, and when I was a kid listening to, beautiful thing, man. Having them on my hip, I call them their friends of mine. They call me looking for work too nowadays, man. Which you got any shows coming up, man? You got to know somebody putting on some shows. So I already know all that's gonna come, man. Being able to carry on Art LeBeau's legacy on his stage, on his platform, is a blessing to me. It's an honor, man,
Yes.
to carry on his legacy on his stages, man. This last one we just did at Spotlight 29 Casino. Friend of mine, Jomo, who's the producer of the Art LeBeau radio shows. The beginning of the show, she goes out there and says, "I'd like to introduce you to the new host, carrying on Art LeBeau's legacy. Put your hands together for Angel Baby." And everybody went wild, man. And they're walking on that stage with Art's picture on the big screen behind me. It's a great feeling. really great feeling, man. So
Yes. And again, Angel, you deserve it.
Thank you.
Again, right? Just a reminder. This is what's coming to me, right? As we talk about the wake up tour, right? When you retire from the county,
Uh-huh.
which will probably come sooner than later,
Yeah.
that you'll have the time
Yeah.
to make this vision come more to fruition.
Yeah.
So I just want to, I'm just speaking, and maybe it might become sooner than that, but that's what I'm being told by the Spirit is that, okay, when you're able to retire from the county, then you'll have this extra time and freedom to be able to move.
I can actually retire at any time, to be honest, man. And,
Okay, so-
and a lot of people ask me that too. They say, you got all this other stuff going on. What are you doing here? When are you going to go? And like I said, my job right there, I like it. The people I work with, the environments there is cool. So, and I'm gonna ride it out for as long as I can. Everything.
got
I'm
you.
gonna ride it. Like other people tell me about these other radio shows. Why are you still doing these other radio shows when you're here now? And it's all, not all up. It's always all the way up. Why not? I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna ride everything out for as long as I can. We're gonna keep bringing goodness wherever we can, however we can, man.
Why not? Why not? And I guess it was just coming to me because I like thinking like, well, because like they say in the Bible, right? You can't serve two masters, right? So if you have this vision of the wake up show and the tour, which would you'd probably be on the road for weeks on time. You can't you can't also be in Riverside County, so you would have to let that go in order to have the freedom to pursue this dream, the other purpose.
Yeah.
The other purpose that we were talking about, right? The other purpose.
Yeah.
Right. We've been talking about, we're talking about faith and God a lot, right? We've been talking about that and asking questions. So if you had one question that you can ask the Creator, the Most High, and you can get an answer back from Him clearly, what would that question be?
Why me? Why me? Because I like to party and have a good time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So when I sit there having a good time, I'm not trying to portray myself as an angel, So it makes me think, why me? I'm not trying to do that, I'm just being me, 100% me, however I feel, however I carry myself, whatever I do. So probably be like, why me? Because all the other questions, can't ask them, man. Can't ask them those questions before. It's all His plan. It's all God's plan, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the higher power's plan, man.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So why me?
Why me? Why me?
Yeah.
That would be a nice one. Why me?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it makes me think of two things.
Go for it.
The first one, again, you were chosen.
Okay.
Right? And then it makes me think of two people. The first one was the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah.
He wanted to be a professional violinist. That was his goal. He wanted to be a professional violinist.
Okay.
That wasn't his purpose or his destiny, right? He was destined to be the leader of the Nation of Islam, right? And a great, leader of mankind. And it also made me think of Malcolm X's background.
Mm-hmm.
He started off being, I believe, Detroit Red, I believe, in the streets, doing drugs, blah, 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 perming his hair, to later become an enlightened person and this other thing. And so, in my opinion, number one, because you're chosen to do better things than what you thought you were destined to do.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
All right.
Same thing for these other two gentlemen that it made me think of. So that's just my opinion, Angel.
I could dig it.
Right. Yeah.
I could dig it.
Okay.
You're sparking some other stuff here, bro.
Good. Well, talk to me. What
You're planting the seeds, man.
Okay.
You're planting the seeds, man.
Didn't I tell them it's gonna be this is one of the greatest platforms? Are you joining in? Are you?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Okay.
The Empire Podcast. Let's go.
Yeah, the Empire. You want to share some of the seeds that are kicking in?
No, we just you sparked that wake up. Then you know what I mean. That's something that I really I put on the shelf already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not worried about. Not. I'm not ready to pursue that, or not. I'm cool. I'm good, just flowing around with the way everything's going.
Gotcha. You know, I am. I'll say one more thing about it and I'll let it go.
Go right ahead.
I believe that God, our creator, the ultimate creator, gives us ideas for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
gives us the idea for a reason,
Mm.
right? Because he believes that it's for us to manifest it, right? Through
Right.
him,
Right.
through here,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I also believe that if we don't um, do that manifestation, then God gives it to somebody else and then they interpret it their way.
Right.
But whenever you're ready, Angel,
Right.
why not, man? Why not, bro? Why not? That's my only question, right? And you don't have to answer that now, but why not? Why not? Why not leave something? Why not leave, like levels from the kid who grew up in East Los Angeles to this man who did the wake up show, the wake up tour. Why not? So we don't have to answer that now. Just let that let that cook like
I got you.
pesole, menudo, let that cook,
Right. I got you. I got you.
Um, I heard you say recently on a show that Danny Trejo is one of your biggest idols.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Why is he one of your biggest idols?
Machete, man, Danny Trejo. Well, he comes from a background, drugs, alcohol, prison,
Hmm.
um, into being one of the greatest actors in Hollywood now. And not only that, he's opened up businesses to it's inspirational. He's opened up businesses, multiple businesses, and then he does a lot of community work too. He helps give back to the community. So it's inspirational to me. So that's why he's one of my heroes, man.
Yeah. I think he was a good boxer too, I believe. I think he's
Yeah, don't
yeah.
mess with him.
Yeah, I think he was a good boxer, I think I've been hashing this today, but I'm pretty sure even Danny, Mr. Trejo, maybe thought like 30, 40 years ago where he was,
Mm,
probably never imagined where he would be today,
right? Probably. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's just beautiful that you never know what the future has for you,
Yeah.
especially if you're moving in. I think if you're moving in the right mindset and in the way of light, you know. Um, Lisa, go ahead. You can say something.
I believe everybody out there, looking at cats like we just mentioned, Danny Trejo. Um, Everybody out there, if you want it, you can bring change to your life. If you want it, you can strive to bring change in your life. And no matter what circumstances are going on in your life, you can somehow, some way, um, progress and make changes in your life and become even greater than you ever thought.
Amen.
I believe everybody can. You just got to put your mind to it and have the faith that it'll happen as you're going along. You know.
Agreed. Agreed. I even have a chapter in my book. It's called "Root for Yourself."
Hmm.
So you have to believe in yourself because everyone else can believe in you, but if you don't believe in yourself, nothing will happen. But you believe in yourself because it can be done.
Right.
Because it starts with self. It starts with self, right? Angel, I want to know if you want to play another game with us.
Oh.
Uh
I would love to, man. I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love to, Antonio.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So this one's called Quick Slip.
Okay.
The way it works is I'm going to give you a word,
Uh-huh.
and the first thing that comes to your mind, I want you to spit it out. All right. So no overthinking. Just first thing that comes to mind, you spit it out. Does it make sense?
Makes sense.
Gotcha.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me get ready for this one.
Okay. Got you.
Let me get ready for this one.
Okay. Hey. You got to keep the brush on point.
Yeah.
Got to keep the brush on point.
It's gonna have me gather my thoughts real quick.
Okay. There we go. There we go. We don't want to intrusive the thoughts. We don't want to block the thoughts.
All right.
So it
Rock
makes
and roll.
sense? Everything
Rock and
makes
roll.
sense?
Yeah, we're good. You want me to say the first thing that comes to mind?
Yes, sir.
Oranges.
Hey, no, I have to.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Hey, that's
I'm
one,
kidding.
that's one of the
I'm
words.
kidding, man. I'm kidding.
That's one of the words. What the?
Yeah.
I think we're in tune here.
Yeah.
We're in tune here.
You mentioned a word earlier, man, that I know. I was gonna say I feel I'm on that level, but I know I'm on that level. Enlightened.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Got you. When I say enlightened us, enlightened. Okay.
I know I'm enlightened.
Hey, amen. Amen. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Quick slip. Here we go. Kid and play.
Love them.
Oranges.
Love them.
Optimum.
I don't know. Google. I'd have to Google that, man.
Origami.
Origami. I would. The first thing that comes to mind is owl. Origami owl, man. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
Azteca.
Azteca, the people.
Orangutan.
Orangutan. Oranges. You said it's the first thing that comes to mind, right? Okay. All right.
Power.
People.
Lisa.
John.
Oval.
Think of eggs because of my breakfast thing.
Riddle.
Fun.
Batman.
He's my favorite.
Cops.
Cops. That's what comes to mind. That's my word. That's my word, man. I got a lot of friends in law enforcement, man. I love you guys, but that's what comes to mind.
Yeah. Things that make you go. Lowrider.
Simone.
Mom.
Love.
Coneheads.
Fun. I like them. Yeah, I'm thinking about the old school coneheads. That's what pops to mind.
Yes. Pezole.
Huh?
Pezole.
Pezole. That one I don't know. Sounds like pozole.
Yeah, pozole.
Oh, pozole. Okay.
Sí.
Pozole. I love pozole. I love pozole. Pozole. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Iron Fist.
Raised high.
Thongs.
Dong.
Thongs.
Dongs. First thing that comes to mind is we got to print some of them up for the ladies with Angel Baby's picture on them.
Hey, hello.
We've talked about that a while back, man, about making some thongs for the ladies, and so
yeah, I guess maybe it's a sign.
Money.
Yeah. And then some men in France like wear thongs too. So I guess
I heard about that.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, I guess. Life.
Living.
Pluto.
Character.
Parameters.
Break them.
Agents.
Crooked.
Ancient.
Values.
Community.
Love.
Unity.
Let's do it.
Family.
Love.
And that's Quick Slip.
All right.
Gosh, I haven't taken a test since. Awesome. Thank you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what did I get? Come on, Antonio.
The grading has to be done later. We have to review the tape, and then we have to see, whether he's a psychopath or he can be led around children. So we have to review the tape, and then we'll send the record to the police, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. All right, I got you.
Yeah, just joking. Thank you so much for playing.
I'm gonna catch them knocking at my door.
Right?
Later.
They're like, Angel Bebe.
Yeah.
No, thank you for sharing. Thank you for playing. Not too bad, right?
That's cool.
Yeah. We learned a lot about you today so far, Angel. And thank you for being on and sharing your story with us. What's one thing that majority of people don't know about you, even close friends? And it could be anything. What's one thing that majority of people don't know about you, Angel?
One thing you guys don't know about me. Probably a lot of things you guys don't know about me, and I don't want you guys to know. But
Mm,
we just want to pick one out, huh?
yeah.
Um,
And it could be simple, like, you don't like pesole. It could be something. Yeah.
one thing you guys don't know about me. I'm thinking the stuff that keeps coming to mind is stuff that they probably already know.
Hmm.
That you don't know about me. I like my eggs over medium.
Okay.
Let me see.
He's got some good stuff in there. He just keeps on passing it by, folks. He's
Yeah,
got
yeah,
some
yeah.
good
You're
stuff in there,
right.
but he
You're
keeps on
right.
passing it
You're right.
by.
You're right.
Come on, Angel. Share it with us. We're documenting history in life right now. So, but it's up to you. No force here.
um, I'm hungry.
Got you. He's hungry. All right. Well,
Yeah, I don't really know, man. One thing that people don't know about me. Hey, buddy.
oh yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
it's
see?
hungry. We're gonna be
Yeah,
getting out of
yeah.
here really soon. We're getting out of here.
People don't know about me.
Got you. He's got it, folks. He's just like, I don't. He's like, I got it, but I don't want to tell these people that my business. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And that's totally fine. And if you decide to come up with something and tell us, then sure. But
All right.
we'll move on. Okay.
Okay.
What current projects are you working on? Whether that's within the brand, personal, outside. What current projects are you working on?
Current projects working on. Uh, Working on Angel Baby Radio, man.
Mm-hmm.
Angel Baby Radio, which is the programming, the programming that I've been doing for a lot of years on all the different formats that I'm on, all different radio stations and whatnot. Um, Bringing, doing Angel Baby Radio, 24-hour Angel Baby Radio, which will feature the formats that they all know and love. That's got me to where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
But all 24 hours. Um, 24 hours Angel Baby Radio, man. It gets a good vibe through the music. Then I'll be able to interject some wake ups in there here and there, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's cool.
Yeah. That's one of the things we're working on right there. Lot more concerts coming up with different friends of mine with the Laboe show. We got two other concerts later on this year that we're putting together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with another friend of mine, the producer of my Friday show, Charlie. We got a lot of other shows that we're working on, man. Orange County, we're coming your way later on this year.
Mm-hmm.
hmm hmm Um, my friends from Concert Cruise Events, man, we're gonna be out in the ocean again next year, man. We're selling our Super Legends cruise right now. 5 nights to Cabo. I never been to Cabo, so
Mm.
to be out there as one of the hosts is gonna be a great thing. That's another thing.
Wow.
SuperLegendsCruise.com, by the way. Promo code Angel Baby, by the way. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I do got a song that a friend of mine. I did a flip on one of the oldies that a friend of mine already recorded, and it's been sitting on the shelf, and I gotta get that out already, man. That's another one that we're working on, man.
What's the name?
It's Daddy's come on, Forever Daddy's Little Girl.
Mm.
Hey, if you've heard the oldie called "You're a Big Girl Now, No More Daddy's Little Girl," a lot of people probably know that one by the Stylistics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's always been a favorite of people's, for like when a daughter grows up, 15, they do have their quinceañeras or they're getting married. It's "You're a big girl now, no more daddy's little girl." I mean, a lot of people dedicate it all the time. Very, very popular. Um, Me, myself, having my one daughter, I always, every time I heard the song, I love the song, but every time I heard it, it's like, no more daddy's little girl. No, that can never be.
Mm.
You know. So I brought the concept to a friend of mine, and he ran with it and flipped it and recorded it. and it's called Forever Daddy's Little Girl. So it's
Mm,
you're a big girl now, but you'll forever be Daddy's little girl. And we got it already. I just gotta get down and release it. Get it mastered and release it. So that's one cool thing that got a lot of stuff, man. Got a lot of stuff going on in my life,
yes.
man.
So hopefully that I like to think that that'll be released this year.
Yes, it has to be released this year.
Yeah.
Right now, the timing is right, man. There's so much, a lot of the new soul artists that are coming out with a lot of really great music,
Mm,
and there's a few artists that have done flips on some of the classic oldie songs that we all dedicate and request. So this will fall under that realm, So it's cool.
dope.
It's a cool cut, and the thought process behind it is for my daughter,
Of course.
my
Hey,
love.
want to give a shout out to her?
Yeah, Daddy loves you, baby.
Hmm.
She just moved out to Arizona right now.
Hmm.
She's been out there for a few weeks. Um, Hurt me to let her go, but not my choice.
Yeah.
She's an adult.
Hmm.
um, Love you, baby,
There it is. Daddy's little girl forever.
forever.
Yes. For the Angel Baby radio show, would you guys have to get your own station to turn to, like how 88.3 is for KBCR?
Mhm.
And are you guys considering also maybe getting like an app type of situation?
It'll be it's all internet based.
Okay,
It's all internet based. Yeah,
cool.
yeah. App. Yeah, it's
Dope.
all internet based. Yeah, it's already there. I'm still fine tuning it because I'm still adding all my content on it and building on it. But when I find time, that's the thing, or when I make the time to
Yes.
finish it. So, um, one of the things
Mhm.
about me talking about this stuff is I know you guys out there, man. You're gonna grab some of this stuff and you're gonna run with it, man. Next thing you know, you're gonna have your own thing. You're gonna have your own wake up concert without me, man. So you suckers, It
Yeah,
happens. It
yeah.
happens.
Like I said earlier, God gives you the vision and you have to act on it quick, or other people will give it to somebody else to do it.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
cool either way, man.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, I know I'm here for purpose.
Amen.
I'm here for purpose.
Yeah.
You know, um, it wouldn't be the first time somebody's ran with some of my ideas or somebody's took something I said or did and or do and made it their own and made a lot of money off of it. It won't be
That's
the
another part.
it
Yeah.
won't be the first time, but it happens, But
Yeah.
then I could get a little upset inside about stuff like that, but then in the end, when I remember, we're not here for that. We're here for purpose,
Yeah.
man.
It's so interesting that you remember, because I can relate, because I was giving um a person an idea to do something, like the thing to help their show, their platform, and they never responded back to me.
Hmm.
But then I saw them. They started posting the
Yeah,
idea that I told them to start doing. They started recently
yeah.
posting it, and I was like, huh. And
Hey,
then we're gonna say something.
happens all the time.
Yeah, and then someone else. Oh yeah, I did a kind of like a certain type of interview for this one big known influencer, and they never did it. And then all of a sudden, I started seeing them start creating these type of interviews that I was doing that I did for their channel, and I was
Yeah.
like, interesting. And it reminds me of a gentleman named Dr. Bailey, and he was saying that a lot of his inventions got stolen,
Hmm.
and it used to hurt him at his heart and his soul. But then he realized that the way to look at it is that at least the idea is helping other people.
Right.
And I guess that's the ultimate thing, right? At least the idea
Right.
is helping other people. And I guess that's the best way we can look at it, right? At least the idea
Yeah.
is helping other people.
Because if not, we'll just keep beating ourselves up and using that energy in a negative way for ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta find a You gotta find a positive light in it.
Yeah, definitely. You flip it around and turn it into positive, right? At
Yeah.
least the idea. It's not, maybe not through us, but at least it's getting to the people to help better them.
That's one of the things that crosses my mind is I've had that happen to me so many times,
Mm.
and I look at where some of them individuals are at now and what they're doing, and sometimes you could keep it going, sometimes you can't because it wasn't yours,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then again, nobody can do it like you. Nobody can do it like me. They may try or they may emulate, and
Yeah.
they may do good at it too. You know what I mean? They may make it powerful in
Yeah.
their light, but nobody can still do it like you. Nobody can do it like me.
Yeah. There's originators and there's imitators.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the lines I used to say on there when I when I was a little perturbed at some stuff and I'm on there having fun on there, man, with songs and music and people. The Angel Baby, the originator, not the imitator
Yes.
or the perpetrator.
Hey, that part. Yeah, because again, like people can steal our ideas, right? But they only have that one idea. They can't recreate any other great ideas.
Right,
Only the originator can create more of the greatness.
right,
So go ahead, take that little crumb.
right,
I got the whole cake over here. I got the whole bakery over here, baby.
right.
You know. Thank you again, Angel, for your
You
time
got
and
it.
spending us with us. Let's say 100 years pass by,
Mm.
250 years pass by. What would you like your empire to look like 250 years from now?
Um, Probably be my super great grandchildren running it, running a good business for good people. No, not for good people. I don't mean it that way. A good business done in a good positive light.
Mm.
Um, Keeping the name and the legacy that I know I'm on the path of leaving this world. Leaving that legacy in a good light. That's what I'd like to see. 200, 300 years from now, that the legacy that my kids or grandkids and grandkids after that are carrying on legacy in a good positive light, not jacking it up like some families end up. Pass it over to your kids or something or some other people, and then they change your vision, you
Mhm.
know. And then that's when you got people saying, "Oh man, your great grandfather, man, he had such a great vision, was doing such great things. What what happened?"
Knuckleheads.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that would be that, man.
I
Yeah,
love that. That would be your empire.
that'd be my empire, man.
I love that. Angel,
Spreading across the world, man.
hey,
Goodness for all humanity.
hey,
One love, baby Bubba.
there we go. Do 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 dee
Yeah,
da da.
there we go.
Do 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 dee da da. Beautiful empire. Beautiful empire. Angel, thank you again so much. I keep on saying thank you, but I'm gonna keep on saying thank you because I'm grateful and I'm thankful. Can you please let everybody know how they can find you, support you, many things? Can you let people how they can reach out to you and all those great things?
Yeah, my main social media is Instagram. I do Instagram. I try to uh, get into TikToks a lot, but my main thing is Instagram. Mr. Angel Baby on Instagram, Mr. underscore Angel underscore Baby. Um, that's probably the best way to follow me right now. On your radios, Sunday through Thursday, bumping, carrying on our Laboe's legacy with your dedications and your requests. Sundays from 6 p.m. to midnight. Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. to midnight. My Cruising Oldies show Fridays, which is on 106.5 FM, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Um, those were, yeah, spot right there, man. Yeah.
Nice.
Find me in the streets, eh?
Yeah,
Find me in the streets walking a little old lady across the street, man. You know what I mean?
using his
Yeah.
own street sign.
Yeah.
Uh, and ladies and gentlemen, I'll have the link to his Instagram in the bio, so that way you can click it and go right directly to him and follow him and reach out to him and all those great things. And I want to thank all you guys for tuning in. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you like. If you like what you enjoyed and stuff like that, you guys can help support this platform. Do our Cash App, which is $THEE Empire Podcast. We also have books, we have merch, we have many great things that could help keep this thing going and alive. We love the work that we do. We love this stuff. So any way you guys want to contribute, it helps. And even just sharing and liking the video and stuff like that, we appreciate. But other than that, is there anything else, Angel, you want to say before we get out of here?
Oldies forever, eh?
Oldies forever, eh? Not oldies forever, B.
Yeah. Hey,
Um,
if you guys feeling ever, if you guys are going through life, ups and downs, life's ups and downs. Um, you feel a little rough, like we all do at times. Play some good music, man. Play some oldies, some old school music, man, and vibe to it. Let your mind vibe to it. This way, you shake off that negative thought, man, and live with the faith. Eh?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can say it right, man. You might have to help me.
Go ahead.
Faith is the substance of things not seen.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's it.
Yes.
That's it. I believe that's in the book of Hebrews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you remember anything that you wanted to share with us that people may not know about you?
That they don't know about
Yeah.
me. Something that they don't know
We
about
circled back.
me. Something that they don't know about me.
He's got a whole library in there, folks. But he's like that. They're not getting that book. They have to wait. They're gonna have to get that from my baby girl to get that story.
I think they all know a lot about me already, man.
Gotcha.
I think the stuff that keeps coming to mind. I feel that people already know. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't.
Yeah, at least not on this platform. Maybe they don't know on this platform. What comes to mind?
I love my family, of course. Those are easy ones. You know what I mean? Love playing golf, shooting pool, darts.
Okay.
Playing darts, shooting pool. Comic books. I love comic books.
Okay,
man.
Batman's your favorite. You said, right?
Batman's my favorite, man.
Gotcha.
I'm a big superhero guy, man. I love superheroes, man. I feel like I'm a superhero myself.
Hey.
I get calls where I gotta put on my cape every now and then and go save a damsel in distress or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the movie Blank Man by Damon Wayans?
Blank Man. That sounds familiar.
Yeah. So basically, it's like the concept came from, what if Batman was poor and he was from the hood, but he was actually really smart and he can make all of his inventions. So it's a comedy. It's like a play on, what if Batman was broke, but he was just really smart? Like, instead of having money, he was just really smart and he had to like make all of his inventions out of the stuff he can have by living in the hood. But it's a pretty good comedy
I'm about to
classic.
check that out. Blank Man.
Blank Man.
It sounds familiar. Like I might have seen it, but I'll start looking at that.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Damon Wayans. We're gonna get you on the Empire too as well.
Yeah, you got to come on here, man. You got to play the game.
Yeah.
You got to play the game.
There
man.
we go. We're gonna have fun.
You gotta see if you can figure out what Angel Baby drew.
That
man.
part, they'll find out. They're gonna find out. Angel, thank you again, man. Is there anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Take care of each other out there.
Take care of each other, people.
Take care of each other.
Yeah. One love.
One love, baby Bubba.
We'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.
The Empire, baby Bubba. Yay.
I say it's my duty. Yeah. Is it my will? Yeah. To do what? Yeah. To do is right. I say. He's allergic to me, folks. He's allergic to me.
Antonio, man, what you got me doing here, man?
We're having fun. We're having fun.
You tell me it's gonna be this kind of interview, man.
Hey, man, this is
The Empire Podcast, guys. Angel Baby drawing stick figures. All right.